Warning. The following video contains a topic that is pretty sensitive, so I'm going to try not to speak about it too much. Avengers Endgame. Worldwide hit. My Hero Academia, the manga, crosses 22 million copies. Avengers Endgame. Expected to topple over James Cameron's comments about Marvel movies. Wait, what? Oh, he said something, huh? Johnny Depp, not expected to return for Fantastic Beasts 3. What's going on? Okay, let's refresh that. There we go. James Woods suspended for almost a week now. Anime News Network makes a false copyright strike against Hiro Hay, and Austin Jones going to jail. Welcome to 419 News. I'm Ultra Saiyan 419, and here we go over topics from the pop culture and beyond. So, bad intro. Anywho, so where is that?
Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald is ready to operate into theaters, but...
Oh, okay, there it is. So we've got quite a few topics. First, before we talk about all this, if any of you guys haven't heard, they finally earlier this week released the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, and yeah, they got a redesigned Sonic. It just looks awful. I mean, no, it doesn't look just awful. It's like they didn't do a lot for it. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. Alright. Sonic the Hedgehog. Hedgehog movie. Yeah, people have been making fun of it too. Yeah. This. Can I just say yikes? I just know that this movie is going to bomb. I might as well. I think I'm better off watching Detective Pikachu, which has gotten pretty good reviews. In fact, let's check that out real quick. Pokemon Detective Pikachu has 70% on the tomato meter. Avengers Endgame and everything else is going good. Oh, this is Code Geass. I've heard of this upcoming movie, I think. Anywho, so they're redesigning it after redesigning Sonic's look in the movie after the negative feedback it got. I mean, I'm one of those who had a problem with it. In fact, so let's cover this topic first before we move on. Sonic the Hedgehog movie designed to be changed following criticism. This was 2 days ago, apparently. So yeah, some of these topics I may be a little late on, but I just want to continue to spread the word. So, the internet, you might have heard, did not love Sonic's recently revealed design for the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now, thank the furry blue heavens, it's going to change. Today, director Jeff Fowler responded to all the criticism on Twitter. The message is loud and clear. He said, you aren't happy with a design and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be. As for what that'll entail, it's impossible to say. Fans have come up with their own redesigns. We've seen that. It's perhaps those will be used as inspiration, or maybe the filmmakers will just rocket off in their own direction again. Regardless of how they choose to approach it, they'll likely have a lot of CG to redo before the movie's release in November. Here's hoping the studio finds excuse me, a way to parcel out that labor reasonably instead of working a bunch of people to the bone. For now, all I can offer is the following piece of advice: less human mouths, not more. Please, for the love of God, not more. Yeah, what is that? So yeah, this was Kotaku. Either way, I do believe that the movie will just bomb. Yeah. Well, at least Jim Carrey's in it. At least they got the comic relief down. So, get back away from this cancer. And now, Avengers Endgame fans want Avatar toppled over after James Cameron's comments about Marvel movies. What did he say this time? Some Marvel fans are rooting for Avengers Endgame to unseat the James Cameron-directed Avatar as the highest-grossing movie of all time after the filmmaker said he hopes we'll start getting Avenger fatigue here pretty soon. Not that I don't love the movies, Cameron said in April 2018. It's just, come on guys, there are other stories to tell besides hypergonadal males without families doing death-defying things for 2 hours and wrecking cities in the process. It's like, oi. The heck is he talking about? Since first reaching overseas theaters April 24th, Endgame has earned $1.91 billion worldwide in just 3 days, eclipsing Marvel's own Black Panther $1.34 billion and Avengers: Age of Ultron $1.40 billion, Universal's Furious 7, not that anyone cares about the Fast and the Furious series, $1.51 billion. Though I am surprised at how much that movie grossed. Marvel's The Avengers, the first one, $1.51 billion. Wow, these two are tied. Avengers Jurassic... Universal's Jurassic World, $1.67 billion. I saw Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It was okay. It just felt repetitive. My heart... I was thrilled at the volcano part. Anywho, where was I? To become the 5th highest grossing film of all time as it climbs toward $2 billion by weekend's close. Yeah, that's what they're all saying. Endgame will next topple the preceding Avengers: Infinity War, $2.04 billion, and Disney's own Star Wars: The Force Awakens, $2.06 billion, before setting its sights on sinking Cameron's Titanic, long-standing as the second highest grossing film at $2.18 billion. Some say that it's even predicted to reach $3 billion. I can see that happening. I honestly can see that happening. As reported by Bloomberg Saturday, Endgame is now projected to unseat Cameron's Avatar when the fourth Avengers film bypasses the $2.78 billion earned in 2000 to 2010. The Marvel Studios blockbuster is expected to earn upwards of $2.92 billion and be crowned the new highest earner of all time, until another movie takes its place. Let's be real here. There's always going to be that next movie that takes the cake. Let's be realistic, guys. Following its $71.3 billion acquisition of 20th Century Fox's entertainment assets, Disney will premiere the first Avatar sequel in December 2020, followed by Avatar 3 in 2021. The remaining 2 films in Cameron's planned 5-movie saga have not yet been greenlit by Disney, but producer John Landau expects the studio to move forward on Avatar 4 and 5. Why haven't you done anything yet, Cameron? It's been what? Hang on. Let's see. Forgive me here. Hang on. 2019 minus 2009. It's been 10 years since you last made a movie. Why haven't you started work yet? Get to it. If Fox made the choice to sell, we're very glad it was to Disney, Landau told comicbook.com in January. Well, here's hoping you don't regret it in the future. Let that be sarcastic. I meant to say that differently, but whatever. We've now had a 6-year-plus relationship with Disney building Pandora, the world of Avatar in Orlando. They got to know us, we got to know them. Disney CEO Bob Iger is thrilled with the collaboration that we've had in creating Pandora, which is the highest rated land and attractions and food service QSR that that they've ever had. So we are looking forward to a very exciting future with Disney. Yeah, we got a hardcore Marvel fan here. Yikes. Oh, listen to this. How wild is it that Avatar came out after a year after Iron Man, and in the decade following, Marvel has built this 22 film universe while Avatar hasn't even released a sequel, and nobody can even name 3 characters from the first one. James Cameron gotta be sick. Like I said, he hasn't worked on anything for 10 years. Time to get to work, old man. I think Marvel Disney is having a really good box office. I hope Avengers knocks Avatar off. It would be ironic considering James Cameron's comments about superhero movies. He's kind of spelled hero wrong, but whatever. I'll let it slide. Even if you don't like Marvel, please see Endgame this weekend. Avatar must fall. James Cameron must crumble. That's what you get, James Cameron, for talking all that crap about Marvel movies. Avengers Endgame has already surpassed the entire box office run of Avatar in China. Better get to it. So yeah. So, now let's see what else is going on here. Oh, that's right. My Hero Academia manga crosses 22 million copies. Kohei Horikoshi's My Hero Academia recently celebrated the release of its 23rd volume in Japan, and the series has been celebrating as with its this latest release. The manga has crossed over the landmark accomplishment of 22 million copies printed. The official Twitter account marked the occasion with a note that the series will be reprinting many of the older volumes as more fans are being drawn to the series every day. My Hero Academia is only getting more popular ever since its debut in Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump in 2014. Last year, the series ended up being the second best-selling manga series with 6 million copies sold, and ending up just under One Piece's 8 million. You can't beat One Piece. It's a fact. There has never been a more perfect time to pick up the series, as My Hero Academia will be returning for its 4th season later this October. It's one of the most anticipated returns of the year. If you wanted to check out the manga and read up to where the anime is, you can start up from the very beginning of the series until chapter 124. This will bring you right up to the start of the big internship arc. Ooh, interning. I think I may have forgotten about that. Which will be the major focus of the 4th season. Season 3 left the series on quite a few cliffhangers, so fans will be there on day 1 to see what comes next. The series will be releasing its second big movie later this year as well. Another movie? So there are plenty of reasons to join in on the fun. My Hero Academia was created by Kohei Horikoshi and has been running in Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump since July 2014. The story follows Izuku Midori. Okay, so we know what's going on right here, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, and Toga's hots for Izuku go crazy now. I've already read the article. Not really worth looking over. Which, by the way, speaking of anime and all that, to some of those of you who are not aware, Vic Mignogna has filed the lawsuit, which was sometime last month, and now I heard from another person, I'm Supergirl 11, I believe that's her name, has said that Monica Rial and her fiance Ron Toye, or Toye, I'm not sure anymore, are to make a statement, or are to respond to the lawsuit being filed before the 13th. We'll see what happens. I doubt they'll even respond. So, now let's continue with the other topics. Johnny Depp not set to return for Fantastic Beasts 3. I wonder why. Let's find out. Ever since the Harry Potter series of films ended, Warner Brothers has been attempting to keep the Wizard World going on the big screen with a new franchise in the same universe. Oh, so it's a cash grab, huh? They've been doing it for the money. Still, I did like the first film. So I liked the second film too. The plot was a little too... It was just way convoluted. Anywho. But Fantastic Beasts might be in trouble. Writer J.K. Rowling and director David Yates are gearing up to begin production next year, but the film might be without Johnny Depp this time around, who was set up to be a major antagonist in the first two installments. He barely made an appearance in the first film. What are you talking about? Warner Brothers announced Fantastic Beasts 3 is set to release in theaters in November 12, 2021, but a new report from The Blast indicates that Depp has not yet signed on to this installment. The actor first appeared as the villain Gellert Grindelwald, I don't know, at the end of the first film, setting up his appearance in the sequel and future films to come. The Blast reports that most of the cast members have had their options for the third film exercised already, and that Depp's camp is hopeful his option will be picked up soon. Depp has been mired in legal issues ever since he and his ex-wife Amber Heard separated in 2016, with documented allegations of physical and emotional abuse and court filings. Hang on, let's hit... I hope you guys can see... There we go. Heard wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post in 2018 that documented her abuse without naming Depp, but the actor still filed a defamation lawsuit against Heard for $50 million. I think it's because he knew it was her. Depp has also had well-documented legal and financial troubles and is involved in lawsuits against his former business partners. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald has received some backlash for Depp's casting in the wake of the controversy between he and his ex-wife. Heard has also starred in Aquaman, which I loved, and both films were released by Warner Brothers. In fact, both stars were on the same stage, just moments apart from each other, during last year's San Diego Comic-Con panel at Hall H. Rowling herself responded to the criticism and supported Depp. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot. I've been a little critical of Johnny Depp playing the main villain myself. He hasn't done a bad job that far, but I was still critical. I loved writing the first two screenplays, and I can't wait for fans to see The Crimes of Grindelwald. I accept that there will be those who are not satisfied with our choice of actor in the title role. However, conscience isn't governable by committee. Within the fictional world and outside it, we all have to do what we believe to be the right thing, she wrote. We'll see if the Wizarding World next decides to move forward with Depp as filming is set to begin early next year. Fantastic Beasts 3 is scheduled to premiere in theaters on November 12, 2021. So, I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Actor James Woods suspended on Twitter. I've been noticing it, so that explains why he hasn't been tweeting. I haven't seen any of the tweets. I follow the guy, so. Anywho. Actor James Woods has been suspended on Twitter for over a week now for abusive behavior. Woods was suspended for a tweet that read, "If you try to kill the king, you best not miss. Hang them all," according to a tweet from his girlfriend, Sarah Miller. Of course, Twitter doesn't inform his followers, blah blah blah, so yeah, I think we get the idea. Hang on, I keep forgetting to magnify, real sorry. There we go. I don't want to see this ad. Twitter specifically note his account violated Twitter's rules against abusive behavior. They added, "You may not engage in the targeted harassment of someone or incite other people to do so. We consider abusive behavior an attempt to harass, intimidate, or silence someone else's voice." Then how do you explain all the other people who've been doing it? The quote is from the television show The Wire, but is an adaptation of Ralph Waldo Emerson's quote. Emerson stated, "When you strike at a king, you must kill him." The quote was in response to future Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, who attempted to refute Plato. I don't know who this Oliver Wendell Holmes is, but I don't know. I haven't really focused on politics quite a lot. Wood's version of the quote appears to be in reference to the Mueller report, where it failed to find collusion between President Donald Trump and Russia. I've been hearing a lot about that. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey recently explained on the Joe Rogan Experience they were attempting to address the perception of the left-wing bias on the platform. How long is this?
Do you guys have conversations about trying to shift the public perception of having this left-wing bias, maybe possibly addressing it?
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I went on the Sean Hannity show. We
How was that?
We brought ourselves before. It was
Spitting out sunlight?
It was short, and it was short, and there weren't a lot of really tough questions, and that's the feedback as well. And
yeah,
I get it. Like, look, again, I'm from Missouri. My dad is a Republican. He listened to Hannity. He listened to Rush Limbaugh. My mom was a Democrat, and I feel extremely fortunate that I was able to first see that spectrum, but also feel safe enough to express my own point of view. But when I go on someone like Hannity, I'm not talking to Hannity. I'm talking to people like my dad who listen to him.
Right.
And I want to get across.
Who is this guy?
And also that our thinking evolves, and here's the challenges we're seeing, and like this is our intent. This is what we're trying to protect, and we're going to make some mistakes along the way, and we're going to admit to them. We didn't admit to them in the past. We admitted to a lot more over the past 3 years. But I don't know any other way to address some of these issues. It all goes back to trust. Like one of our core operating principles is earning trust. How do we earn more trust? And there are people in the world who do not trust us at all, and there are some people who trust us a little bit more. But this is a thing that we want to measure. This is the thing that we want to get better at.
I saw you had a conversation with, I think, Katie Herzog. No. Who was it? That was the wrong person. You had a Twitter conversation with
Kara
Swisher.
Yeah.
Wow, wrong person, but someone's got a shout out. I see that the left goes at you in the opposite direction.
I'll send a link to you guys and just after on the description below the video. So, however, as we've extensively covered, numerous celebrities and even comic book executives have specifically called for violence against people and have not received any kind of punishment from Twitter. Gee, I wonder why. Please note that I'm not really taking anyone's sides right now on this channel. I'm trying to stay neutral as it is. Disney's Beauty and the Beast producer Jack Morrissey wished for the Covington Catholic students to be violently killed, with them being shoved headfirst into a wood chipper. What is wrong with you? He illustrated his words with a photo from FX's Fargo that also came from the movie. Morrissey claimed he was just joking, so have a lot of other people. Former Star Wars writer and Marvel Comics writer Chuck Wendig called for violence against Donald Trump supporters. Wendig would state, "They can eat crap, all of them. They can eat a boot covered in shoot." Wendig would report that Marvel fired him for his rhetoric on social media. Good. Nerdist producer Ben McShane encouraged violence after YouTuber The Quartering was reportedly attacked Gen Con. McShane wrote on Twitter, "I'm just relieved someone punched the Nazi." He would later tweet, "Public assault on Nazis is good, effective." I actually followed this guy. He's pretty... Okay, moving on. IDW Publishing's editorial director of graphic novels and collections, Justin Eisinger, also threatened to kill President Donald Trump and threatened violence against his supporters. Eisinger would tweet, "The French knew what to do to people like this," referring to the French Revolution where they used the guillotine to behead dissenters. Not only did he threaten to guillotine people, but he also threatened to choke Donald Trump supporters, writing on Twitter, "Completely normal people have taken to cursing and swearing throughout their messages because the pain of being unable to choke these jerks into submission is unrelenting." I really love how this site brings up examples. Twitter censorship of James Woods, coupled with Facebook's recent ban of Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, Louis Farrakhan, Laura Loomer, and others even had President Donald Trump weigh in. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that. That's not cool, Facebook. That's a violation of freedom of speech. No, I'm not siding with anyone, like I said, but I will state the facts here. It's a violation of freedom of speech. You don't have that right. What do you make of Twitter's censorship of actor James Woods? Do you think Twitter's Jack Dorsey lied on the Joe Rogan Experience? What do you make of the trend in censorship from these major social media and tech companies? Well, I'd say that they're pretty unfair with how they do things. I will say that. Now, bounding into comics, I need to add this. Hang on. I'm adding you to my favorites. I already like you. Alright. Anime News Network issues DMCA strike against YouTuber Hiro Hey regarding use of old Vic Mignogna interview. I have not watched that interview. Something tells me I should, and this was just yesterday. In response to Anime News Network filing a copyright DMCA strike against his channel, anime YouTuber Hiro Hey has now hired attorney Nick Rekieta to represent him in his appeal against the strike. On May 2nd, Hiro Hey posted a video to his channel wherein he provided evidence that anime news site, Anime News Network, ANN for short, had filed a Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA strike against a video titled Vic Mignogna Anime News Network Interview Critique with Chat, the thumbnail of which can still be seen in Internet Archives of Hiro Hey's YouTube page. Wait a minute. In the video struck by ANN, I'll post a link of this later. Hiro Hey discussed in a 2013 interview with Dragon Ball Super Broly voice actor Vic Mignogna, conducted by ANN as a part of their ANN podcast. In the above video, Hiro Hey clearly displays the notification he received from YouTube, wherein Anime News Network Incorporated is listed as the party responsible for issuing the copyright strike. As a result of this copyright strike, Hiro Hey stated that the strike would prevent him from live streaming and thus impact his financial security. Due to this copyright strike, I'm now unable for possibly up to 3 months. I'm unable to stream for possibly up to 3 months. Whew. Due to this copyright, most of the revenue on my channel comes from live streaming. For every day I can't stream. Crud. Hang on. There we go. I keep forgetting to magnify for you guys. I apologize. I can prove those damages in court. Oh, hang on. For every day I can't stream due to the copyright strike, I am incurring damages accrued daily. I can prove those damages in court if need be, and I am already working on disputing the strike because I strongly believe that my content that they disliked is protected under fair use, and there are a number of other reasons why that content should be protected. But an attorney can do a better job of explaining that than I can, and that's why in my dispute I have an attorney representing me. Following this strike, Hiro Hey appeared on a live stream hosted by attorney Nick Rekieta on his channel, Rekieta Law, to discuss the implications of this strike. Rekieta speculates that there are 2 reasons why ANN have struck Hiro Hey's channel. The first is that ANN is attempting to intentionally damage Hiro Hey's finances. They know that a copyright strike against a YouTuber could mean up to 90 days of reducing their income, especially if any of that comes from live streams. So they're going after you the only way that these types of people know how to go after you. They go after your money right away. The first course of action. Anime News Network has not come out and said anything negative about any of us, but the first thing they do, they go right to your wallet and go, ha, he can't speak. And they know a way to do it, which is bogus and garbage, and they know what they're doing. Yep, that sounds a lot like what Nick would say. The other reason, Rekieta believes, is a roundabout attempt to dox Hiro Hey. When you get a DMCA takedown claim, YouTube takes it down and they give you a copyright strike right away out of the gate. It's a broken, bad system. There's no review process. They just go after it. that copyright strike means you cannot live stream until the strike is resolved. Either 90 days or you beat it on an appeal. What happens, though, is to send a counter notification, you have to insert either your own information or your agent or attorney's information who's submitting on your behalf. So the calculation is that if they strike Hirohei's channel, he can dispute it. Even if they plan to fully release the dispute they've got now, Hirohei's name, address, phone number, email address, now they can just go ahead and send that to Mars Girl. Author's note, this is in reference to Mars Girl's recent attempts to dock YouTube critic Yellow Flash Guy, as we all know. To those of you who've talked to me on Twitter, he's been fully doxxed. That leaks out, and then his information is either in the giant, massive hands orbiting Mars Girl, or it is leaked out to the internet. And nobody wants that. In an attempt to protect Hirohei from potential doxing, Rekieta then announced that he has filed the counterclaim with YouTube as a legal representative for Hirohei, thus allowing Rekieta's already public information to be filed in place of Hirohei's. I am representing Hirohei in this counter notification action. We have sent a counter notification to ANN, and since I was doing it professionally and not on behalf of myself, there's no profanity or insults in there. If it was from me, it would probably be a little different. Here we go. In support of classifying Hirohei's use of the 2013 interview as fair use, Rekieta cites a 2015 ruling by the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit in the case Lens versus Universal Music Corp. In this case, Universal Music Corp Universal attempted to issue a DMCA strike against Stephanie Lenz, who had used a Prince song, the catalog of which is owned by Universal, in a video she had uploaded to YouTube of her child dancing to the song. Ultimately, the court found that copyright owners must make a good faith consideration of fair use before issuing a takedown notice. We conclude that because 17 USC 107 created a type of non-infringing use, fair use is authorized by the law, and a copyright holder must consider the existence of fair use before sending a takedown notification under 512C. Due to Rekieta's counter notification, Anime News Network has 10 to 14 days from a time of filing to file legal action against Hirohei. Otherwise, the strike will be removed from his channel and the video will be restored. Visited 6,000. Okay, so. And the article was written by Spencer Bakuli. So, yeah, speaking of internet people, Renfamous, a user on Twitter, has also been permanently banned from Twitter following her attempts at doxing people. Not only that, no, not doxing, deplatforming people for the past year, and reality has finally hit. She's now permanently banned, as I hear. But I guess whereas Nick Rekieta was banned on Twitter for quite a while, suspended actually, and he appealed the suspension, and now he's back on Twitter. So, now the next topic is going to be pretty sensitive. So, if you feel uncomfortable, please skip to the end of the video if you'd like. Here we go. Chicago Sun-Times, where Roger Ebert, the film critic, wrote reviews for. Rest in peace. This was last month? Oh. Shoot. Well, it was just announced earlier today. Austin Jones has been sentenced to 10 years for being in possession of kiddie porn. Yeah. So let's see. Spent hours chatting online with underage female fans, coaching them on set. Okay. So that's what. So that's what he was doing. And one day she gets a message. Compounded by. Well, it's already been confirmed anyway. He's been he's been sentenced to 10 years in prison for possessing kiddie porn. I don't know much of the whole issue as of right now, but so we can. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't have any very much to say about Austin Jones. I've never even heard of the guy until now, and until all this came up. But he's going to be in prison now, so that's what you get for breaking the law, bub. I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't have messed up. So, that is all for this news video. So I will be posting the links to those two videos as I upload. So please press like and subscribe, and also comment down below to tell me what you thought of the video and what more topics I should report. And as always, this is Ultra Sam 409 saying rock on, God bless, and I'll see you next time.